I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem Kakadash, Yahawah is the Most High God, and Yahawashi is to the world, and we calls Jesus the Christ. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well through the Spirit, the one that they continue to endure and be sincere. And the mighty Shalom to the hopeful elect in the same Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word, the one that they continue to endure and be sincere. And Shalom to the Akbatiyam that are believers in His faith and His truth in the same Spirit, Lord, that they continue to pursue their lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord, the most have mercy on other brothers and sisters that's not in faith. And again, Shalom to the viewers that's probably watching this later, or to the viewers that's getting on the live. Lord willing, we edify through this quick lesson. Lord willing, another plane crash. What they call it, a air ambulance jet crashes near Mall in Philadelphia. Now, this lesson is not really directly about this, but since January the 1st happened, things been happening constantly. When you go and search, I'm gonna search it on my side. I don't know if these statistics is right. It said in 2024, the U.S. has had 102,500 quakes of a magnitude up to 7.0. 102,000 earthquakes in the United States happened in 2024. Now, there's other things that's happening in the world and in the United States on a high level, and like you see in the title, it says what's really happening. The book is open, and Yahawah, Yahawashi is revealing. Hold on, that word is not looking right. Let me fix that real quick. Oh, Salaki family. Let me fix that. Right. So yes, Yahawah Yahawashi is revealing. Right. What's going on? First, let's get this verse real quick. This is Luke 12:2, a verse I brought out earlier today, yesterday after work. It says, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known." Right, and Isaiah 29:6. Right, Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of Yahawah of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and with great noise and with storms and tempests and flames of devouring fire. Right, the Lord is visiting the earth, let alone spirits. Death spirits is being brought on the earth. The plane, the helicopter that crashed in the plane, I think 9 people died. And they said 6 people died from this plane crash that just happened I think 2, 3, maybe 4 hours ago, right? The Lord is visiting the earth. You got people putting kids back in the spirit world. You know, you had these 2 Edomites. Uh, let me see. I'm probably wording it wrong. Um, I think it's this one. Is it this one? Yes, this is it. Shocking footage: black kids locked in barn and forced into slavery labor by white viral couple. Yeah, these 2 right here, these 2 douchebags was they adopted black children and was making them move work or have hard labor like slaves, man. You know, you got people killing their children, right? The celebrity, I think 600 Breezy, he his girl commits suicide. Another lady in my city, but Niagara Falls, she took her kids to the falls and they jumped into the falls. You know, the Lord is pouring out spirits. Uh, Indie mother is charged with murder and neglect following the death of 2-year-old girl who was living. Right, it says a day ago. Right, but there's other drinks. It's 2 days ago. Mom accused of killing baby with hair dryer. Okay, that's 5 years ago. This is 3 months ago. The moment she realized she killed her newborn. That's crazy. Like it's pages on certain things that's going on, man. A dude killed this 14-year-old girl and had her in the basement, stuffed in the basement. You know, the Lord. Let's see if we can get it in the other Bible website. Sirach, 39, and I think it's verse 38. I think it's verse 38. I mean 28. If I said 38, I believe it's 28. This is Sirach Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Right? So it's spirits that's out here that was created for vengeance. Fire, hell, famine, and death. All these were created for vengeance. Right? And we're seeing death at a high rate right now, man. All the way from the beginning of 2024, all the way to where we at right now in 2025. Right? And it's all by Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawashi. You know? It's the Lord. You know? Let me get this other one because it said the book is open. Daniel, the 12th chapter, verse 4. And we know the book is open, you know, because knowledge has increased. Daniel 12 and 4, But thou, O Daniel, shut the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Right? If the knowledge is increasing, it's because the book is being opened. Plus, the time that we're in this end times, technology is the number one thing pushed. Right? This app, Blue Letter Bible, was created by Esau, but the Lord used him to create this to benefit, the men of the Lord. Of course, it's some type of deception that they have in here, falsely saying Ishmael or Esau is Ishmael. But if you have a deep understanding in this thing, you'll correct the clerical errors, right? So the Lord had Daniel shut this word because it was a falling away. Now that we're standing on our feet because the Lord put the spirit of life in us, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the knowledge has increased. But you have some that don't have the knowledge and understanding. They're running to and fro. But that level is going to get even worse, right? Because better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. So this ending is going to continue to get worse and worse. It doesn't matter what president you put in. It doesn't matter if we're in 2026, 2028. I'm just using 2040. This place is going to get worse and worse, right? Because the sins of this captivity is reaching to the heavens, right? But the Lord is opening up the book. This is why we have to be steadfast. This is why you have to be watching, right? Ezekiel 33, you should be watching for the men of the Lord telling you his sword. I remember the elder apostle Tahar always said, we're not in the time of flying, going to city, country to country. When you go into looking at the plane, I just was on social media. I was just on social media, and then Jake just said, I forgot what they were saying. I'm not going up, man. I'm not getting on no plane no more, right? This make you not want to get on no airplane no more. And everybody love going on trips, but at the end of the day, it's really the Lord is really with his children. But these things have to happen. These things must happen. Right? Because the elect is going to get delivered, right? Whatever they're about to implement, whatever they're about to push, which is going to lead to the MOTB, where you could track people. This would be, I'm just using this as an example, this would be a good example for them to say, man, we need to make a tracking device, so that we can know where people is and who they is. And if they seem like a threat, we can terminate them so these things don't happen. Something they gonna make up, because Donald Duck was just speaking about the plane and the helicopter crash a few days ago. Now this just happened, Now this just happened. Gotta understand, man. Yahawah, Yahawashi is in the works, right? These are the signs. These are example of signs of the time, right? You should be watching, right? I want to get straight to the point right here. Also that verse 2. This is Ezekiel 33:2. The Son of Man spake to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon that land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. And this is what we do daily, not just with one point, not with just one news article. We're doing it as the Lord commanded us. We should be doing it daily. The more that we're seeing, I know who my teachers is, the more you know how real this is, right? The more that you're saying the name of the Lord. I just watched Bishop Nathaniel say the name of Yahawah, and then when he was about to say the son's name, he stuttered and then said Christ. So the Lord is even allowing false prophets to be revealed, right? Hey, just because I brought that up, Let's pause this. Let's pause that sound so y'all can hear what this brother is doing or what he is saying.
That there is one God, Yahawah. Understand that? And his son, the Christ of the world. When I say the world.
See? So we gotta blow the trumpet on everything, man. You see how deceptive or deceiving that is? One moment you say the Heavenly Father's name, but you can't say the Son name. That's why the wicked can't say Yahawashi's name. Literally, it can't really say Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi. This is the minute of the Lord blowing the trumpet, right? Verse 4, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. Right? It's a trumpet that we should be blowing about false teachers too. We blowing the trumpet about Esau's invention. We blowing the trumpet about the 2/3. We blowing the trumpet about Jake, the sisters, right? That's just acting like a nigga, right? Not really truly acting like the daughter of Zion, right? The Lord got us prophesying about lies. Got Donald Trump revealing about Martin Luther King on some LGB 123 allegations after he just signed an executive order that all is going to be revealed about JFK, RFK, and Martin Luther King. Documents is out that one dude went to jail for the death of JFK, but come to find out it was somebody else that was hired. A lot is being revealed, right? And it's not your oppressors doing it. It's really Yahawah Shemashai that's working in the scenes, because the Lord says we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities in high places, right? In the spirit and in the physical that's being moved by the left-hand side of Yahawah Shemashai. This is just another trumpet, because you blow a trumpet on all things. Imposters, which is 2 Timothy 3:13. You look up the interlinear or the concordance of imposter, it means of seducer, it says imposter, right? So it's a lot of imposter prophets, imposter Israelites. So this is Jeremiah 23:1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith Yahawah Shemashai. This is still in full effect, right? The men of old prophesy against false teachers. This is one right here. We prophesy against countries, wars, pestilence, death, diseases, so on and so on. And we prophesy against false prophets. It says, therefore, thus saith Yahawah Shemashai, God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my sheep, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith Yahawah Shemashai. If they're pushing and teaching another name, if they're not trying to bring you back to the original name, right? Yahawah Shemashai did not send them. You know, the left-hand side is dealing with them because somebody has to be part of the fuel of the fire being destroyed on this side. You know, every day, gotta ask the Lord, please don't allow me to be an imposter. Please don't allow me to be a false prophet that's out here teaching. That right there is gonna mean that the Lord didn't send me. You know, it says, and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries where I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. Right? We looking for this. It says, and I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith Yahawah Shemashai. These are the ones that the Lord sent, right? I believe I am a man of the Lord. Of course, I'm not making myself of the number of the 144,000 of the elect at all, right? But, to teach His word, you don't want to teach a lie. You want to be able to take correction. You want to be able to clean whatever you teach it so you can have sound doctrine, right? It's a scripture that says, let me see, and I'll probably get it real quick. I'm going to look at my physical. I believe it's St. John, the 4th chapter. My memory is telling me the truth. I believe it is the 4th chapter. Yes, it is. So let's go to that, and then we'll keep going with the signs of the Lord. So again, false prophets is a sign, death is a sign, the madman, which is Esau, is a sign, right? These missiles, these nukes that's coming out, those are signs. So St. John, the 4th chapter, starting at verse 36, it says, and he that reapeth receiveth wages and gathereth fruit unto life eternal, that both he that soweth and he that reapeth may rejoice together. And herein is that saying true, one soweth and another reapeth. I sent you to reap that whereon ye bestow no labor. Other men labor, and ye are entered into their labors. All of us entered into other men's labors, right? For this time, the generation before, right? It's men that have been in this before me, and I'm calling my teachers, my elders, the elder apostles, the elders of great millstone, the men on down. Me and my brothers, we enter into their labors, singing the same song, correcting ourselves, fact checking, going into the words, right? Calling the name of the Lord, right? Guess what? They entered into other men's labors before them too. And of course, they had to fix and clean things and sharpen it up, right? So that the ones after them can have sound doctrine, right? You got some people that's in other men's labors that are false teachers, right? So I'm going to play this part again. I'm just showing that Ezekiel 33, talking about warning the people of the sword, right? A sword is a weapon. So you got to know false teachers is a weapon, right? These missiles, the MOTB, these tuberculosis is an outbreak right now in the air. Other viruses, they talking about face recognition. Some of you jakes that's immigrants, they got this ICE thing that they made where they removing people. They got the DEI. Things is changing. These are swords that brothers should be warning people of. And it's not just only Esau, it's not just the East Indians, you even got Jake. So this is the Purple Rangers, right? This is Bishop Nathaniel saying the Heavenly Father's name, but didn't say Christ, right? This is how you know a false teacher is doing that, right? I don't know this man inside out, but you'll call a spade a spade, right?
That there's one God, Yahawah, understand that? And His Son, the Christ of the realm.
You see how he stuttered? He was about to say Yahawashi.
There's one God, Yahawah, understand that? And His Son, the Christ of the realm.
Come on, man. How you use in you say the Lord name Yahawah, but you ain't saying the Son. I'm telling you, that's a weapon, man. The Lord, the wicked is in the Lord's hand and the righteous is in the Lord's hand, right? So some people are filling up their own belly, right? Let me get that on the background, right? Is it? I think it's this one, but it's one in Isaiah, I believe. I don't got a brother on the comment board to drop the verse, but I think it's one that I'm thinking of that's in Isaiah. I think, right? This is Romans 16:18. If this is it. Oh yeah, let's read 17. It says, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offense contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them, right? What I just played You need to avoid people like this, man. Right? And it's not just them, it's anybody giving you the name Yeshua, the name Jesus, right? Which you can go into Latin and see that the name Jesus mean earth pig, right? You got women out here trying to teach, going to the prophecies, right? The Lord ain't dealing with them. See, now my computer acting a little iffy, McSpiffy. I'm trying to keep everything to the best of my ability and show it as well as I can. So bear with me. That's why I play it on my phone so that it don't do this and take up time, so that we can get edified. Um, right here, this is the brother Biblical Defenders, Great Millstone, always doing videos and keeping you, on the edge on everything that's going on in the truth and people of Christianity, other nations. But it says, response: Nate stumbles on the name Yahawashi and tells us to teach only in English, right? Which is another video where he, I think it was this dude, the other bishop, where he said, English is the best plain language. We should basically teach and speak in English. Don't listen to the people that tell you to go look up the root word in the Greek or the Hebrew. Well, we spoke Hebrew, so that means the Rakakodash in you to further give the sense to the children of Israel. Because if Yahawashi was on the earth, it was no J's. So what was he called? And on that cross, first it was written Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. This is Bishop Nathaniel, and he said Yahawah and stuttered where it said he stumbled on the name and then said Christ. This is just a warning, right? Watch, always observe who you learning from, right? You want somebody that's not afraid of saying the name of Yahawah by Shem Yahawashi in good times and bad times. Because if they ain't saying his name in good times, when bad time come, now they want to use that name, that's a freaking hypocrite, So I already played that video twice. I'll play it again since we got it on the screen.
That there's one God, Yahawah. Understand that's root. And his son, the Christ of the realm.
See, he stumbled. This is a warning, man. Right? We enter into other man's labors, so watch those that cause division, right? And offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. Avoid people like that, right? Anybody. You got the one dude, a video I did earlier yesterday, where the dude said, stop manifesting tribulation and Jacob's trouble. We got to avoid people like that. Verse 18, for they that are such serve not the Lord Yahawashi Hamashiach, right? But their own belly, and by good words and fierce speeches deceive the hearts of the simple, right? So just for edification's sake, you see the name Yahawashi Hamashiach, which you see in this English is giving you the name Earth Pig, and Hamashiach, which is the anointed, the Messiah, right? So let's just go to this real quick. I don't think I got the alphabet, the modern Hebrew alphabet, to show you the symbols for each one. But just bear with me. I got a video on my page so you can see it. Matthew 1:21, it says, and she shall bring forth a son, and shall call his name Yahawashi, for he shall save his people from their sins, right? And usually, especially like when you go to Adam, when you go to the men of the chosen bloodline, all their names meant something. Adam name meant man, so on and so on, right? Yahawashi name goes into what it's saying right here. he shall save, or he saves, or he redeems, or really he delivers, right? Because when you go to Luke chapter 1, it says, deliver from your enemies, right? So since it's saying Jesus is not giving you, Jesus don't mean that. Jesus mean earth pit, right? But so say if we go to look up this word, and I'm just showing this is how you blow the trumpet, right? In multiple ways, especially on a false teacher. When we talk about plane crashes, right? When we're talking about it's a high level of women killing their babies, right? Men killing their babies, right? Or men killing their kids because their wife cheated. Actually, the men didn't kill the children. He actually killed the women. You know, you got women that a man moved on and throwing their babies off of park ramps. The Lord is sending death spirits. What we read in Sirach, the 39th chapter, verse 28. And that's in the Greek, right? So when he was on that cross, it was Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. So in the Greek, Jesus. In the Hebrew, it would be Yahawashi, because Yahawashi got the same name as Joshua, where they giving you Jesus is Jehovah. Jehovah is salvation. What salvation means deliverance. So if we was to really use the real name Yahawashi, it would be Yahawashi is deliverance. Or because it says Yahawashi, it would say he delivers, he saves. Salvation is being saved, right? And look, it's giving you all the meaning of it, right? You see, Joshua was the famous captain of the Israelites, Moses' successor, right? Because this Yahawashi name is the same as Jesus, and we can see it right here. The Hebrew origin of this name, Jesus, goes with Jeshua, and they give you the Hebrew 3091, which is Numbers, the 13th chapter, verse 16. We have to blow the trumpet on this, man, so that people can be edified and get the right name. See, it's telling you Joshua or Jeshua means Yahawah. I mean, Jehovah is salvation. So that means they got the same name, right? So when you look right here, this is the real name, but it's in modern Hebrew, but it will say Yahawashi. So what we do is right here, Numbers 13:16 is where is they getting this verse. We're gonna go to it, and we just gonna clean this out, and then we're gonna go to continue going back into to verses. So Numbers 13:16, these are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out the land. Moses called Oshea, the son of Nun, Jeshua. In the English, it would be Joshua, right? So now let's go to that name, Jeshua, or how people say Yeshua. Maybe I'm saying it right. Yeah, Yeshua or Yeshua. This is modern Hebrew right here. Modern Hebrew, right? Wait, hold on. It's this one joint, yeah, right here. When you click H and P, it tells you this is the proper name. This one right here is the proper name. This one is saying Yeshua, the second one. Yehoshua. Yehoshua. But this is the proper name. This one right here and this one right here. You see, it's no mic. There's no mic right here for you to hear this one, right? This is a holy set apart name. This is Yahawashi, right? Yahawashi, right? The W, the Hebrew W make a SHA. The Y right here is making an I. So it would be Yahawashi. The A is basically removed. It is really saying Yahawashi, right? So you can all look these up yourself. So if this is Jeshua, and down here saying the proper name is Yahawashi, right? So why is that brother not saying Yahawah and Yahawashi? These is those whistleblowers, or this is that trumpet that we were reading in Ezekiel. And it's not only dealing with false teachers, it's dealing with wars, it's dealing with famines, it's dealing with fires, it's dealing with tempests. The Lord is visiting the earth, which I just said earlier. So just not only brothers is falsely teaching, the Lord is visiting the earth by death. The Lord did not send these false teachers, but they have to rise because ain't nothing new under the sun. So you could read from where I read, I'm going to read verse 4 again. That whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. So if you're taking this warning of understanding that the worst is yet to come, beware of false teachers, right? Because false teachers is not going to teach in the name, let alone they're not going to they're not going to take correction. A lot of us do videos that we probably was bringing out in the past and we were bringing it out wrong. It's times that I did too, right? I couldn't give the sense of Deuteronomy 23:7. Oh, you said you hate Esau, but the Lord said in Deuteronomy 23:7. I couldn't bring that out to say that it's a clerical error until I started studying more, let alone being pointed to the right teachers, right? Because they're teaching, yes, we're speaking in English, which the Lord said he would speak to us in another stammering language. But if Daniel, the 12th and 4th chapter says knowledge shall be increased, Esau created this blue letter where you could go hit different buttons, tools, and you could look up the homology or interlinear, right? The strongs of words. It wasn't being able to do this without the internet before. Now we're able to break off the veils, right? So right now, I'm about to show you another veil, which the Lord is increasing knowledge. So we're leaving Bishop Nathaniel. We're done with him, right? So you see right here, when it says, it's saying Yahawah. So it's telling you it means that self-existent or eternal, right? But his name is Yahawah, which means he exists or he to be. So they give you the modern. If you go by each symbol, this is saying Yahawashi. You could go, let's see, maybe I just use this one if they'll let me. I said I wasn't going to do this, but sometimes you gotta prove all things so people don't look at me. I ain't nothing. I'm not the best. I entered in other men's labors. In the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. I don't have to sit here and argue and say who the real men of the Lord or who my teachers is. Maybe the Lord is not pointing you in the right direction for you because you got something wrong with you. I'm me. And I was around seeing a lot of different teachers, and I wasn't getting fed the way that I am now. Nowhere near getting fed the way I am now. So I give all praises, glory, and honor to one true power, Yahawah Bashim Yahawashi. Let's see if they give us the picture. Come on, give us the picture. Give us the picture so we can, start this. Okay, so you see the symbol. Let's keep that. I'm gonna make this a bookmark because every time I get into this name, I don't be having a so I'm gonna keep that as a bookmark. So we see this is modern Hebrew, which is Assyrian and Aramaic Hebrew in the time of 600 BC. And then you got the ancient Hebrew alphabet, which is Paleo Hebrew, which means ancient, around 1200 BC. You see the symbols, and this is modern. So when we go back to the blue letter and you see these symbols, pay attention to them, look at them, zoom up to it. It's only 4 of them. So let's see if we can line them up ourselves. So you get this, Yahawah, right? So it would be YAHAWAH. Plain and simple. Plain and simple, right? And go back to the blue letter and I'll type it in the thing. Because Hebrew is read from right to left. So that's why the alphabet looked like that. So Yahawah. That's how it's spelled. Yahawah. Right? Yahawah. Right? That's how it would be spelled. But when you go into the alphabet from the right to the left, Yahawah. You know, it's not Yahovah, but you can see how it's almost the same. You know, they just got to remove the E, the O, and the V. Right? It still says seven letters. So it would be YAHAWAH. Yahawah, which means he exists or he to be, you know. So let's go to this other one because we talking about signs. Matthew 16. You know, because if we can't see the signs, but you can tell what the weather is, that's a problem. You know, for your own self. Right? This is Matthew 16, verse 1-4. The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came tempting, desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red, and in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? Right? We have to know the times that we're living in, right? And our kingdom is almost here, man. It might feel months and years are going past. Before a kingdom get established, the Lord is building it up through the Spirit, right? What is it? Amos 9:11. The Lord is rebuilding the tabernacles of David first with the word. Daniel 12:2. If knowledge is increasing, what is happening? The tabernacles of David is being built up through the Spirit, right? We're not building no army, no military, no bombs to bomb Esau. These are no. We're building ourselves up through the Spirit. It says a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, right? Just to see if he's real. And as soon as you see that sign, you still don't believe it. That's a wicked and adulterous generation. They're not true believers. And there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left him and departed. What was the sign of Jonah? Jonah being swallowed up by a whale for 3 days. Symbolic to Yahawashi laying down or being dead or asleep for 3 days. Right? Really was getting the keys, you know, to hell, which is really Revelations 1:18. Just went back to the Father and then came back. You know, body didn't decay at all. But another example of Jonah, right? It says Jonas, but it's just talking about Jonah. Is what did he do in Nineveh? He cried against Nineveh. That's the sign we got. The men of the Lord been doing this, man. In Mystery Babylon, America. Right? The same thing he told them through the Spirit we're doing. Guess what? Yahawashi did it. He was speaking of the kingdom. He was trying to be here for the lost sheep of the house of Israel to eventually be crucified, right? Jonah 1:1. Now the word of Yahawah came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness is come up before me. Right? Ecclesiastes 3:15. What happened before is happening again. Now the Lord is having us cry against spiritual Nineveh, which is America. When you go to Revelation, the 18th chapter, he calls it a great city. And I believe Revelation 18, this is a great city. America, spiritual Nineveh, spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt. This is a great city. And we're crying against it, for their wickedness is come before me. But just like how Jonah was swallowed up by a great fish, right? Israel was swallowed up by a whore. Revelation 17, right? Let's see this real quick. Revelation 17. All nations is really swallowed up by this philosophy and fornication. These is the signs that we're warning the people. These are the things that's being revealed in our times. Revelations 17:1, the doom of Babylon. There came one of the seven angels, which had seven veils, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither. I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. What is many waters? We're going to get the answer right in the chapter. Right here, verse 15. I'll just go to 15 to the point. It says, And he saith unto me, The waters which thou sawest, in verse 1, where the whore sitteth, are peoples, multitudes, and nations in tongues. And even Ephraim is a multitude of nations that we see in Genesis. The 12 tribes are 12 nations now, because we're in different places all over the world. And Esau changed. It was really the Lord. 2 Ezra 2:7, where our names was removed, and he's calling us by new names. And Esau started calling us African American, Puerto Ricans, right? And you got Chinese that's under Esau. You got Japanese, Koreans, Vietnamese, Filipinos, small Caucasians, East Indians, Arabs, Muslims, Assyrians, Ethiopians, Egyptians, Africans, right? The whore is set up upon peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues, talking about different languages, right? This is being revealed, right? When the president of the United States become in their seat, guess what? America is the head over all nations. Why is all nations mad at America if America is not the head of the earth? It is really the head of the earth is because the elites, through the power of Yahawashi on the left-hand side, the elite is moving America as a freaking puppet, with a string, Why they living in London, but the three defiled frogs is their system, right? The Vatican, that's in Rome, America, the military might, and London, the financial system. Esau had this mapped out. Psalms 83. If they were studying us, they wasn't only just studying us, they was trying to study how to make their system. If Christopher Columbus, they didn't only just come here just to find a new land, they was coming over here for resources, gold and silver. And Christopher Columbus knew it was people over here. It's a movie, it's an old movie where he talks about he knew that it was Hebrews over here. He said the prophet Ezra spoke about it. Let's see. This is the movie. No, that's not it. I'm gonna know it when I see it, when I see his face. It's a, I want to get the right one. The elders speak on it. I remember watching it. This is the one right here. Christopher Columbus uses Second Ezra's book in Apocrypha to reach the Western world. The Bible is real, man. That's why I put in the title, Yahawah or Yahawashi is revealing. No man ain't revealing nothing. I'm not revealing nothing unless Yahawashi is moving me to reveal. We can't do nothing without Yahawashi. Okay, I'm gonna play it on my side so y'all can hear it.
Why did you wish to sail west? To open a new route to Asia. Asia is the richest kingdom, the land of spices and gold. At the moment, there are only two ways of reaching it. By sea, sailing around the African continent. The journey takes a year. Or by land. But the Turks have closed this route to all Christians. There is a third way. By sailing west across the ocean sea. The distance is unknown. It's said to be infinite. Superstition. I believe the Indies are no more than 750 leagues west of the Canary Islands.
See, he said the Indians. Let's talk about the Northern Kingdom, Gad, Reuben, so on and so on.
So sad. The calculations of Toscanelli, Maradotti, Esdras is a Jew. So what's worse?
See, he just said Esdras. That's where he heard or he know it from. He said Ezra. He talked about the prophet. He said Ezra is a Jew. It's talking about an Israelite. So he's quoting Second Ezra's the 13th chapter. Come on, the big reveal, man. Jake is standing up right now, man. That's why don't be fooled by what the heck is going on with these planes, with Donald Duck, right? This is all things is being set up, man. They trying to bring forth that MOTB. They trying to bring forth that new world order. And it's not them, it's Yahawashi. Our salvation, as soon as we knowledge increase, that was already a sign of the kingdom coming, man. Right, we're gonna read this, and I think I'll close because we'll be, I ain't gonna lie, we will be here all night. This is Second Ezra, the 13th chapter, verse 40 and 45. It says, "Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Elamnezer, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into other lands. But they took this counsel amongst themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, right? Dwell. It says that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land." This is the northern kingdom. "And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river. But the Most High then showed signs for them," right? They wasn't, though the Lord naturally did it. Even if the northern kingdom was going off later on, because the Lord knows, and we can tell by history that they went off, it was meant for them because later on Esau was going to take over this country, right? "And held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go," right? And he just described it. And how he was moving, it looked like it was no more on the map. They had a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. So it took them a year and a half to get there. And we talk about ancient boats where you had to paddle, right? It's same region. It's called Arsarith. Arsarith. Then dwelt they there until the later time, and now when they shall begin to come, right? Come on. That later time happened as soon as Christopher Columbus and so on visit this land and took it, man. The Northern Kingdom was over here for a minute, but it was all supposed to usher in the fulfillment of the other prophecies, right? Let alone in Genesis 49 that Gad would be overtaken. And we know the whole Northern Kingdom got scattered and went everywhere, but it's a certain way that George Washington and multiple other leaders that came over here, how they was treating Gad and the Reubenites, you know. But this is all the scriptures the Lord is revealing, you know. While you seeing planes crashing, banks give closing bank accounts, taking your money. Women or men is killing children. Children is you got teenagers talking about guns. You got women half butt naked. There's no woman covering herself like gold. Women are exceeding men, right? Because the big reveal, right? And this is the example of a curse where now a woman is a serpent authority over the men. The Lord is showing signs, and it's right in your face, even without scriptures. But the scriptures give us the better knowledge in a sense to understand who Yahawah Yahawashi. If we go by our own thought, the women is exceeding the men. Oh man, they ruling over the men. Okay, yeah, you're right. But if you can't line it up with scriptures, it's like what is that? Right? And even through the spirit, when it says children are their oppressors, which our children, everything that we do for our children, but even more, Esau was the child of Jacob through the spirit. He's going to come back in the reincarnation as an Israelite. His children is going to oppress. If Jacob was on the earth and Jacob knew what he prophesied to his son Esau, Jacob would be in servitude like his fellow children, the Israelites. You got to really think about it. If Isaac was on the earth, which Isaac is Yahawashi, Esau was ruling over Yahawashi in the time of Rome. So this is Isaiah chapter 3 in verse 12. It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors. Wasn't Isaac considered the Lord's people too? Being that chosen bloodline that was called for an oath? Guess what? Isaac children or child, it didn't say children, it said children are their oppressors. Esau and Esau descendants is oppressing their fathers, man, their forefathers, man, and whom rule over them. And women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. When you even look at Jezebel, for her to go kill that damn Israelite on behalf of Ahab, but she did it on her own, and he didn't try to afflict her. But guess what? That's a form of ruling. What is it? First Esdras, the 3rd chapter, verse 22 to 27. A man will go all his wits for a woman. He'll kill and steal, right, and give it all to a woman. Women is ruling over the men in so many angles, let alone if she is submissive in moving and somewhat following the ways of the Lord. You still have a woman that talk back, oh, no, you can't do this. Oh, no. A woman will even be jealous or hard to get if it even seems close that you attract another woman, right? The men, we're weak right now. We're not rulers. Half of us not even rulers of our own house. A woman would slip all the damn time and say sorry more than she's saying thank you. And that just shows you really don't got power. She got to keep saying sorry. Sorry, I keep doing this without your I keep doing this. Oh, I want to go out. I want to have fun. If you got to keep doing it and she got to keep saying sorry, you're not even ruling in your house. Oh, if you don't give me a bag, I ain't dealing with you. It's a sister that I just watched. She's looking for a dude. She had a dude. He was good. But then she seen like she could do better. Then she said, if the next dude I get, if he don't cut it, I'm gonna give me another one. And I get bored easily. Like us men, we of course we would too. Because we like varieties, but for a woman that don't sound good, back then a woman hopping from men to men, she was getting stoned. Mary Magdalene was gonna get stoned. But show me a man in the scriptures that was dealing with a single woman. Say if he had 5. Gideon, he had multiple, I think 4 wives. Why he didn't get stoned? They were single women. But if he was hollering at another man's wife, he committed adultery, he was getting stoned. Or he put away his wife to be with another woman, right? That was a form of adultery. Niggas was getting stoned. Women is ruling over us in so many angles. These are the signs that we get to see today. The scriptures is open, where we're not just only using our own opinions and our own thoughts. We get to use the words of Yahawah Yahawashi to say, yo, this is what's that's going on. These is the signs. It's not just only storms, Yeah, we see blood moons, but blood moon is an example of the end doom to come. But what other signs do you have? Right? You see sons is sold for whoredom and women is sold for wine. You got women now, they'll do anything with you. All you got to do is drop a band, 1,000, 10,000. Sorry, that's a new level of a prostitute. These are signs our women is downgrading themselves. Daughters want to lose their virginity at a young age just to be ready to be pounded through. What happened to teaching our daughters how sacred their virginity is, so when they get with a man, it's over. Let alone you want your daughter to be with a man of understanding, a sensible man, like the scriptures say. These are signs, Man, we got to open up our eyes, right? Let me get this one and then I'll close. I said I was going to close with that one, but I've been saying certain things. Let's go to Job 33 and 14. Job 33:14. For God speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth not. Right? The Lord been speaking to us through prophets. We got prophecies, we got parables, we got dark sayings, and we don't want to hear it. Just like the brother earlier. Man, stop manifesting tribulation in Jacob's trouble. Brother, the Lord been saying this before our time. These scriptures was written before us. The first Bible printed was the Wycliffe Bible, right? These things was written before this time, but now we have understanding on a higher level that we know more than the ancients, right? The Lord is speaking. And just because I said that one too, I got to get this, right? Psalms 119, verse 99 and 100. It might not give me, oh, it is. Okay, it gave me the verse. Okay. It says, I have more understanding than all my teachers, for thy testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the ancients because I keep thy precepts, right? We're on a different level than the ancients. We know more than Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but everything that they was already given and they know, we know it. And we even know it even more on a deeper level, right? Yahawashi already came to pass on the earth for his ministry, right? We get to understand that even too, because now the scriptures is right in front of us. 2 Ezra 15, 1 and 2. We know more than the ancients, especially when it comes to end time prophecies. Babylon would be destroyed. Jeremiah, even Isaiah, Baruch, they were speaking of it, but didn't even understand, even didn't know on the level if it was the end times or not, right? Because you have examples in the book of Acts where the apostles said, hey, is the time you're going to restore the kingdom of Israel? Right? So some of the men of the Lord could have been thinking in that time that, the end of the time of this, or the Lord saving us, is either in the time of the Maccabees, or even in the time of the Persian Medes, or even in the time of Rome. Not to even go further, because then when you go to John the Revelator, right? When you go to Daniel, they was having visions of end times, and they couldn't even fully get it, right? And now we're in the toes, we're in the feet right now. In Daniel, the 2nd chapter, we're in the feet, the toes. You understand? We know more than the ancients. That's not something proud to say. I'm proud to serve Yahawah Yahawashi, but this is the honest truth. We understand more than the ancient. John the Revelator was calling the MOTB a mark. Of course it is. It says mark. But when you get the etymology of the word, because it's Greek, it's a karagama. He's seen people taking it. We get to see it more in a higher level because it's technology. Is working with technology, man. I said this is the last one, but I keep saying stuff. 1 Corinthians 2:11. Right? Knowledge increase. We see in these things on a higher definition. Right? 2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of you, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? Esau devices, the missiles, which even goes back to technology. Right? Salaki. In the NLT, it says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. And how are we familiar? By the scriptures. We get to read what the ancient prophets were speaking, our forefathers before them. Moses, which Ezra had to rewrite the first 5 books of the Bible, was written in Psalms, even more in the time of Paul, the time of Yahawashi, right? Timothy, Peter, right? John the Revelator. We get to understand it on a higher level, right? Because of the scriptures of Yahawashi, and we get to know attributes of the wicked, Esau and the other nations. Starting with Esau, his weapon is the sword. So he has different weapons on this earth. Yet Esau is using technology, which he's going to use that technology to form a certain type of control. Weapons, right? Physical guns, grenades, bombs, missiles, nukes, right? He got weapons where he could shoot you with this thing that they said when Houston got hit with that could make it seem that you had a heart attack. It don't leave any type of wound, right? Freaking receipts of John F. K getting hit by an air gun, and that the bullet splatters so poison. It's just so much. Technology is revealing so much, man. You go on Google and type in AI Yahawashi. They're giving you a dark-skinned man, right? Before you couldn't get that, but it's even more because the men of the Lord are teaching in the name. Esau is always watching because of his schemes, his devices. Every upload you do, right? That they got robots watching what you say. You could type on your phone Yahawashi a few times, and the next one you know, your phone is going to get used to the type of that name, right? It's going to get used to that name being typed, so that as soon as you say YAH, it automatically pop up. Yahawashi is undefeated in so many ways. So I don't want to hold y'all. Again, we could keep on going in this. We want to give all praises, glory, and honor to the one true power, Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, Brakat the Yahawah, Brakat the Yahawashi, Brakat the Yahawah, Brakat the Yahawashi. With that, Shalom. Shalom.